This is No Money Mo Money. This tiny potato's been on an adventure to experience everything on the Final Fantasy XIV free trial. But after a night of betrayal and loss, there's only one path left to continue his adventures. A path that will take him We are finally out of ARR and into Heavensward, so I need to start getting rid of all this junk. We'll be doing that sort of over time, but we could start somewhere. If I hit my... Nope, not that one. Here it is. Leatherworker favorites. I could basically get an entire new left side. All of these, and I have double checked, and I can get all of the resources for these in Kurthus West or previous areas. And then on Goldsmith, I can grab these earrings and these goggles. So that's the entire left side plus a new earring. And I did double check everything I could, only to find out that the rest of this is still like best in slot. So we're going to start off the day with gathering up all the resources I need to craft up a whole new left side and a new pair of earrings. And there it is, my very first piece of Heavensward crafting gear, which I can replace the gear I've already got, which is Control 40 CP3. This is Control 43 base, no CP bonuses, but it's fully meldable. I'm gonna need some craftsmanship on this thing, right? Let's see what the difference here is. This one has a max of 8 craftsmanship. This one has 9 craftsmanship. Let's go ahead and meld this up right away. I'll put 6, and then I also have some 3s in here, so I'll just toss a 3 on there as well. And there we go. That will get me a craftsmanship of 9 over my craftsmanship of like 8 that I have, so it's really not going to give me a very big craftsmanship bump. 482 to 483, and I lost a bunch of control while doing that, but that's okay. That's okay. It's as I move in and get more of the gear that it'll be more useful to me. I still have 4 more pieces on the left and 1 piece on the right to craft today to see where I am after that point. There we go. Whole separate set, wait, of that. There we go. Much better. Now, 482, 407. Let's equip everything. Ooh, I like the look. And then let's put on the gloves. So I went from 482 and 407 to 432 and 385. Now, of course those numbers seem smaller, that's obvious, but the thing is, what is it going to look like when I meld it, and that's the important bit. Let's actually meld this up and get a look at what it looks like then. That's already 483, which puts us above our original craftsmanship now. I'm still a lot lower on control. I'm still much lower on control levels. Yep, managed to fully pentameld that with craftsmanship to get the maximum amount of craftsmanship out of it. The rest of these, I've got the max craftsmanship out of them already, so I think I'll move on to control and CP now. Right now, this puts me at 503, which is already 19 points higher. If we can try and put like 1 control on each thing, that might be a pretty good start. Because 70% is pretty good to hit. You only break things every so often with 70%. So if I get the control there, then I can sort of meld for CP as I get CP. Because that's the sort of thing. Like, craftsmanship and control have breakpoints that you need to hit. CP is really just sort of like every single point makes you better. So that's the kind of thing you can kind of leave to last and sort of meld as you go. There we go. That puts me at 6 points higher control and 19 points higher craftsmanship than I had on my previous set. I'll just try and meld the rest for CP as I get CP materia. Try and finish pentamelding these out and just blow a bunch of CP materia on them. There we go. There's my new crafter set. Nice little Indiana Jones whip on the back. Anyway, that's my new crafter set. All melded up and all ready to go. Mostly. You know what? There's one more thing I want to do this week. I will be back in just a second. And I got myself a handful of extra little resources for one last little craft. There we go. Finally, I've crafted myself a red mage weapon. For those who don't know, up to this point, my red mage has been effectively unplayable because I've had the weapon that they gave me, which is the exact same weapon I just crafted, but they gave me this one. I have played red mage in a couple places. I didn't realize it was unplayable when I first got it because I figured there was no 50 weapon I could craft for it without Heavensward resources. I forgot about the extreme weapons. That being said, now I've crafted the 50 weapon. So, equip the weapon I just crafted over the weapon that's the exact same stats that I didn't craft. And let's just desynth that one. I basically just made a duplicate weapon so I could have the right to play a class. It's stupid, but whatever. Anyway, now my red mage is playable. And I can go around and do stuff with the red mage whenever I want, which is mostly going to be Palace of the Dead stuff for now, but I can use it in normal play as well if I choose. So that will finish up this week's off-stream stuff. I will see you guys on stream for continuing more of Heavensward. My new duds, none of which I had to craft. This is a basic bandana headpiece. I think I pulled that out of a dungeon somewhere. It's the, what is that? The royal vest. That's Crystal Tower. And then the rest of these pieces are the Bahamut stuff, the Dreadworm stuff on the hands, pants, and not the boots. The boots are something else. Boots are casual boots. I think I crafted those. Anyway, I wanted something that sort of worked in Heavensward a little better. My last set of gear did. But I'd been wearing that set with that dye and all that stuff for so long because it took me so long to get through the Bahamut raids that I just sort of wanted a new set of duds and something that would work in Heavensward. So I went with something sort of bushy, lots of cloth and leather and, you know, really covers me up for the cold weather, and a nice bandana to sort of keep my head from getting too cold, I suppose. Let's go ahead and let's move further into the MSQ. Also get the Black Chocobo, the Ether Compass, so I can start picking up the Ether Currents in Kurthus West.
Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
One path left, trial by combat. Yeah, no one would have ever expected someone to be crazy enough to demand trial by combat against the Heavensward. Like, who would ever do that? Me, because I'm a crazy little potato. Look into my eyes, Giraffe Man. You will address this potato at eye level, even if I have to stand on your tables to do it.
I, Alphino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge and claim my right to trial by combat.
I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
Who will stand for this woman?
The Spud of Light gonna beat some ass today. Also, we're back to Ruin 1, which means that my AoE is officially a gain on 1. Like, my AoE is a gain on 1, so we're back to this stupidity. Like, it doesn't even matter that he did that. I'm AoEing anyway, so I'm going to be hitting the chains anyway, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like, it really doesn't matter.
Got you now.
I can AoE 2 of you, or I can AoE the 2 of you and the chains. Either one works. I realized my health was low, and then I'm like, wait, why is my health low? Oh, I didn't bother to summon the unique freaking ability of my class at all. Okay, that's why. Not that it matters. Basically finished the whole fight without even using the fairy till the very end. 10% emotion butts blink big block. That's one big black cock, baby.
When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate.
Oh, yeah, we have to do this one first.
We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
No time to lose. We must enter Halatali and free it from his captors. Here, have a weird synced duty inside of a dungeon you've already been in before. One of our own will accompany you. One of your own? You mean my adorable, sexy lizard girlfriend? I mean, your amazingly talented leader of your band of Doma ninjas? Oh yes, I forgot to summon my fairy again. I'm a really good scholar, guys. Oh god, every freaking time, man. Oh yeah, my fairy! Whoops! Hey Robot, how you doing? Where are his captors? It's almost like we walked right into a trap and he was the bait. Possess a key. Let's split up and look for it. Personally, you're the victims of harsh economic conditions. Do not suffer for long. I'm gonna beat this tiny potato into the ground. Oh my god, they poisoned us. He's really not lasting very long. I should blast this atomizer so I can be done with it. I love how I'm just, like, ignoring the poison in the air. Like, I'm moving around to fight to destroy the atomizer and all that, but, like, I'm barely paying attention to the poison in the air. Obert of the Dull Blade. Yeah, that's about the right name for him. Bye, Laurentius.
It is nothing.
I'm not finished yet.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Good job, moron. You and your idiots almost made me had to think about my rotation for 1/10 of a millisecond.
I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite.
Are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public? I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope. But I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance.
Another assault? Another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Yeah, there's nothing we can do until they decide to figure out what's going on with the Sultana. Awash with rumors. Oh, rumors of another. Okay, so we got here before the attack happened and we're trying to prevent it.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
No,
With
but a
certain
few of them
notable
are.
Exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
I do love the fact that they were accused of consorting with heretics, which falsely, and then our answer is like 5 minutes later, we're like, let's go consult with some heretics.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
I also love that Astinian just heard us talk about going to speak to heretics. Instead of trying to stop us, he's just like, I'll go with you.
The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I shall do.
I'm sure there's a part of Emmerich that's like, darn, I wish I could leave the city with them. This sounds like it'd be fun. You must put this on, Alphino. The new outfit. I couldn't possibly... very well. Hey, dude, it's better than what your mom dressed you in. That was a pretty bad outfit. What brings you back here? I need to consort with heretics. I mean, I need to track down heretics so I can kill them? Yes! Yes, kill them. That's it. Now we need to start gathering ether currents. With a flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress. Because fools! Exert our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer. Good job attacking a bunch of people who can totally wipe the floor with you. By the fury they partake of dragon blood. No one cares. They're just as easy to kill this way. Like, they're just as easy to kill this way as if they didn't transform. There we go. Yep, he's super dangerous, isn't he? It's not like I could totally just wipe the floor with all of them.
Focus. Release!
Yeah. I already fought those bosses. I know how they work, idiot. You're not surprising me at all. I know how those bosses work. Fall back, brothers! Referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Though plenty of lowborn lads who get pressed to service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. Got to thinking how unfair it all is. Don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. Simple promise of freedom tends to do it. Told me they were off the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Order pass for Tom wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil. Infested with wild beasts and gods only know what else. One of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon, but something altogether different. Yeah. Far be it from me to stop you! New boss. Takes the freaking statue out. I forgot there's a statue of Helena in here. Best part is, I totally know this fight. Even though technically, like, I'm the new guy here, I totally know this fight. Hi, Red Mage. Nothing I can do. If I try to pull the Red Mage, I'm just gonna pull them through the center. It's not really gonna help. There we go. Someone went to LB after the fight was like already finished. Duty completo. Yeah. Collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphato. This must be a privileged upbringing. Yes, yes it is. Very much so.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Aha. Hello. Again.
Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion.
You're the one who thinks we're not so different with the dragons, lady. Don't call me a romantic.
If you but
You
knew the
based your
truth,
entire
the
existence
spark which
and
lit the flames of
self-worth
this
off of a
animosity,
delusion
you would
based in
understand
romance.
the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my
No
gift has
thanks,
shown
I'm
me.
good.
That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress.
Like, I already know it, and you guys are gonna tell me it like 5 more times before this MSQ is done. I'm good.
Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster.
Yeah. She went to talk to the worms and ended up doing the same thing that half the people of my FC would love to
In
do.
the eye, he knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. And soon thereafter, the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. No amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the eye does not reside there.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgar instead?
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgar resides.
That actually works. Reawakening the crystals. Haha, Midgard Zormer, you can't stop me forever.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were.
Done, which means... Freebird! Earth West! Freebird! You can all piss off. I'm flying away now, baby! Woohoo! Suck it! You can't keep me down, gravity!
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som'al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind.
Yep, Annex Trine. Well, technically the ancient home is in the churning mists.
To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
I think we're good. I'm not even going to pick up this quest. You know what? Yeah, I won't even continue on this quest. Boop. I will grab this ether current because it's just right there out in the open and it's just too too juicy not to grab. That being said, I am done for today.